Gemini, this is your current May tarot reading. My oldest cat, oh my gosh, you might hear her in the background. She is just running and leaping. She's got the zoomies. She's almost 8. So, hey, she's got some spunk. All right, let's get right into this. This is your current energy for the end of May or whenever you find it. Time and energy is fluid, not linear. So, do check the playlist and see what additional messages you can find in there. I know there's probably at least one. We have Dreamer. Your dreams have chosen you. Ooh, guess if you're having good dreams, that's good news. If it's not good dreams, that would be bad news. Find fulfillment in pursuing your destiny. This is the magic of life. We're going to assume that you have really good dreams. And here we go. Let's see what your energy oracle is. And I had a dream 2 nights ago about my passed on black cat, Sweetie Petey. It was a really interesting dream. I'll tell you in just a second. Oh, we have man holding a coin. So in this dream, I was at this place. It was outdoor. It was this giant marble complex and giant marble floor, giant marble columns. There was lots of cats everywhere. I thought I was at some kind of mansion, but it was open and airy. It was like an outdoor place. And right at the edge of this marble, there was this precipice, and it looked out over this crevasse, a valley. You know, it was huge and deep, and there was all these cats. And I was like, I know Pete is here somewhere. And I found him. And he was happy to see me. I was happy to see him, and I just held him and got to love on him. And I wonder, was I in cat heaven? It was beautiful. It had almost kind of a Greek, Roman kind of feel to it. Very vivid. He's come to me in my dreams before, but this time I feel like I went to him, wherever he is. Beautiful place. It was so serene. All right, so we have Divine Wisdom. I love that card. That is a really nice card. So we have man holding a coin. That gives me a Taurus, like a King of Pentacles feel. Divine Wisdom. That has a High Priestess feel to me. Yeah. Can we agree on that? All right, let's see what your recent past is. It could be your long since past. It could even be a past life past. Who knows? I just interpret the energy that I am feeling. Oh my goodness. Big old flopperoo. I think I saw the sun card peek out for a second there. Sometimes the cards, they will do a complete 360. That's wild. All right, let's see what we have here. I'm all over the place this morning, Gemini. We have 7 of Pentacles. All right, that's that Taurus energy I was feeling. We have the King of Cups. And the Moon, or the Moon. Okay, Gru. I talked like Gru for an entire day one time. My boy, he was about 4 or 5, and he was like, Mom, stop it. I was doing so good. I was just in the zone, you know? So it's Pisces energy. It's interesting that that's coming under the Divine Wisdom with that moon. Divine Wisdom, I believe that's, you could say that's intuition as well. I mean, because that's coming from your higher self, your subconscious, things you just inherently know. All right, we have 6 of Wands, and this kind of almost has a 4 of Wands feel. But 6 of Wands, it's about, that one's victory, but yeah. Oh, here's our High Priestess. We already felt her energy here with that Divine Wisdom. And now the 5 of Cups. Okay. So, starting out, this looks good. And so we have the 7 of Pentacles and the 6 of Wands. The 7 of Pentacles, you're kind of waiting for your harvest. You're waiting to reap the rewards, benefits of what you've put your hard work, skills, labor into with the 7 of Pentacles. It's also a card of analysis. What can you do better? What can you change? You know, adaptation, you know, stuff like that, making adjustments. All those things are in here. And that energy is being crossed by victory, you know, advancement, promotions, accolades, recognition for your hard work. So this would tell me that whatever you've been putting your resources into, time, effort, energy, money, love, just anything, You're going to have victory. You're going to see the rewards. You're going to see the fruits of your efforts, because this takes time. It does take time to manifest things on this planet. We have a very slow moving energy on this planet. It takes time to grow things. But this is saying, as long as you have patience, as long as you have persistence, you will reap the rewards. You will have success and victory there. And so that man holding a coin, that could be you, whether you're male or female. It's just showing up that way. And so now, look at this. We have the King of Cups, a Scorpio energy, and now we have the High Priestess over here, that's Cancer and Moon energy. So we have this very mature and very emotionally mature, very deep, caring, giving, honest, loving person. In a way, this almost gives me a Santa Claus type feeling. Have you seen the newest one? I think J.K. Simmons was a really great Santa, but he just wasn't in the movie enough. And so we have this wonderful, nurturing, caring, but masculine energy here, with the High Priestess crossing it. Normally, I wouldn't say these could be a couple, but I suppose it could be. The High Priestess is, I feel, our connection with our higher self. It's secret. It's divine wisdom. It's knowing the secrets of the universe inherently. Akashic records. It's just that grand sense of knowing. And when you tap into that, you also know that your possibilities are limitless here. Everything is open to you if you want it, if you nurture it, if you love it. So there is this kind of a nurturing quality here, even though this is a king. And then we have this High Priestess. So I feel like there's something that you're developing here through your love, probably love of self, love of others, but this is a very beautiful energy we have here, very giving. So whether that's you or someone you just take it how it resonates. But there's always a but, right? We have the moon here, and the moon is about intuition as well. It's more of a spotlight, as we see here. It's not broad like the High Priestess. She sees a very vast area with her insight and her divine wisdom. This is, so that the High Priestess is more of a heavenly or universal, divine wisdom. This, the moon energy, it feels like it's more, even though it's moon, it feels more earth-based. It's more pinpoint. It's more specific, what you are dealing with. And the moon, I like the moon energy. The moon does highlight things, and sometimes it can highlight our fears, things that are unknown, secrets. Again, we have secrets again. This is knowing secrets. This could be, that could be knowing secrets. This could be having secrets or something like that. It's also a card of fears. Now, the King of Cups has already been through this, I feel has already been through this moon energy. By exploring the depths of his emotions, he has exposed things, wounding that needs healing, that needs nurturing and care for oneself. And I think that's what's going on here now. This energy could have came before this. It could have even come before this. This is not a linear, progression of events. This is just saying that in your past, you had to deal with this fear of the unknown. And that fear of the unknown could have manifest in, taking a risk on love or something that you were emotionally connected to and it not working out, because we see the Five of Cups here. It could have been, regret. You may have regrets about the past, things you didn't try, and wish you had. This could be loss. There's a lot of different things. It's sadness, depression. If it's regret, really try not to be in that energy, because we never know that if we had chosen something else, that it would have worked out better. It could have been worse. So regret is really a waste of energy. But I feel like you did expose something or something came up from your depths that you had to deal with, and you had to use your divine wisdom to seek comfort within yourself, is what I'm getting. Because even if we have therapists and, a shoulder to cry on, it still is all up to us individually to heal ourselves. All right, let's see what's in the current energy. And I think it's tough for women because we like to think that our love can heal other people. And it's really up to that person. You can be supportive, but some people are just energy vampires and they'll just suck the life out of you. But anyway, we have this 7 of Swords. The Knight of Swords. Ooh, okay, so now we're coming in with you right here, Gemini. We're getting that Swords energy. Oh boy, and the Emperor. Ooh, very decisive. Sorry about that, we had a slight disturbance. All right, I know I was saying energy vampires, and people will suck the life out of you if you let them. And so, Gemini, you are showing up right here in the center. Got to get back in this reading. My pug, he likes to think he's the sheriff around these here parts. He's not, I am. And he doesn't like the cats playing, so he decided he was going to go after him. And I said, oh, no, you don't. So that has been taken care of. Let's see what energy is crossing this. Aha, 2 of Swords. And we have the Chariot and the Hanged Man. Ooh. A lot of major arcana coming out for you in this reading here, Gemini. These are universal energies that are here to assist you, whether you use them or not. That's kind of up to you. You should be feeling that energy around you. All right, current energy. Oh, we have the 7 of Swords and the 2 of Swords. I wouldn't be surprised if the 5 comes up somewhere because I'm getting this kind of energy. 7 of Swords. You are cautious. You're being very cautious with the information you share with others. I don't think you're trusting people very much right now, Gemini. It could be something to do with this past here, this disappointment or regret. Something happened that exposed your fears, or maybe even something you perceive as a weakness. I'm not saying you're weak at all, but something happened there. And I don't know if it had something to do with your success through work. I don't know if that was a separate event or if this is tied to it in some way. So this is saying that right here, she's disarming the enemy. She's trying to not give other people things that they can use against her. So yeah, this is a card of strategy. You're planning ahead, you're thinking, but it's being crossed by indecision. So there's something here that you're just not seeing. And that may be because you're in that air energy, that thought energy, your mind. You're caught up in the visual and what you can see. And we have 2 cards of intuition here. We have the High Priestess and the Moon. So you're really needing to trust your intuition when it comes to dealing with people that are not very forthcoming with information. That could be what you're dealing with here. Someone who seems like they're shady or secretive, because this has a secretive quality about it too. There's secrets all in here is what I'm seeing. I don't know if it's you or them or both, but there's definitely something you're not aware of. It's within your ability to understand it or see it more clearly from an intuitive standpoint. So I feel like, in a way, the 7 of Swords, the strategy in it, yes, it's thoughtful, but there's also an intuitive guide here, I think. And because the 2 comes before the 7, and just be careful of not trusting your intuition at this time, not trusting your gut. If something feels bad, then it probably is. That's what I'm getting with that. You may not be trusting your intuition. Oh, that would be That would be very bad. Giving someone the benefit of the doubt, don't do that. If you already have doubts about somebody, trust that. I don't know where that saying comes from. Benefit of the doubt. That just does not make sense in my brain. So, anyway, we have the Knight of Swords and the Chariot. Two very fast moving energies here. The Knight of Swords can be reckless. The Knight of Swords is go, go, go. Let's get it done. Let's just jump right in. And it's kind of weird because this is swords. You would think that they would be more cautious and really trying to think things through. But it's that fire quality that is in this card that I think maybe makes it, more impetuous and let's go get it. So now we also have the Chariot being very focused and driven, and victory. We see victory again. We see victory in the past and we see victory again. But this is also having focus, really focused on something and bravely charging forward, almost really just pedal to the metal here is what I'm feeling. It's almost a Sagittarius type of energy. It is just like, let's go, just slam it to the floor. But that's what I'm feeling here in the center, which maybe there's something here that you're not seeing, and this is saying to trust your instinct and maybe to slow down a little bit. Maybe to slow down. We have, oh my God, my animals are acting crazy this morning. They're all just running around. Do you hear that? Oh my God, I'm so sorry. And okay, that's the energy I'm feeling here. It's very amped up. It's ready to go. But this is saying you need to take your time and be cautious because she's carrying those swords in a very weird way, We also have this Emperor. Oh my gosh, they're never like this. I don't know what is going on. Some weird energy in here this morning. We have the Emperor. Oh my God, the cats are going nuts. We have the Emperor and the Hangman. All right, we'll just go with it. The Emperor is Aries. This is Mars energy. This is being very assertive, dominant. He is the overseer of the lands, the final word on things. Not very emotional, not like that King of Cups, although he is all of the kings combined. He is ruled by Mars and Aries. And so there is this underlying energy of, a warrior. He's wearing a suit of armor underneath that business suit and he is ready to go. That's that Aries energy, ready to tackle anything. A leader, a businessman, very strong. But there's also a need to see things differently. And that is about seeing things differently from a different, not just a viewpoint. I feel like this is a card of needing or wanting enlightenment. So there is this need here, Gemini, to connect with your soul, to connect with spirit and divine wisdom. It's calling in. It might be that your focus is on your money or pentacles, and this dreamer and the divine wisdom, there needs to be a connection with spirit. And for some reason, I feel like there may not be a connection with spirit. Oh my gosh, all the animals are going nuts this morning. So now we have the Ten of Pentacles, more pentacles. Really that focus on money and possessions is coming through heavily in this reading. There's nothing really wrong with that. Now we have the Ace of Cups. There's that dreamer. And oh my gosh, the Ten of Cups. Okay. Well, perhaps this is saying that, your decisions need more trust in your intuition. That's like the main theme that I'm feeling here. How many cards? Too many cards want to come out. I mean, because your future, look at this energy so far. Let's see what's crossing it. Because we have the Ten of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, and the Ten of Cups. We have the Knight of Cups. Oh, the sun. Okay. Well, that makes this a good steps read. Now we have ultimate clarity on everything. And the Four of Pentacles. Okay. So I I feel here, and this is amazing because we have the sun and moon, yin and yang, masculine, feminine energy here. I feel like there's balance. So if we look at this now from a good steps read standpoint, because we have the sun makes the whole reading wonderful. The sun makes the whole reading have ultimate clarity. So now that we know that, now that we know that the sun energy and it's coming in your future, it's going to give you clarity over the things that you suffered from or with in the past, losses. It's going to expose your fears, you know, possibly mistakes in choices here because I'm looking at the swords and that seven of swords and the two of swords. I think that these two events here did something to you. That exposure of fears, loss, regret, and then here needing to use your intuition with how you shared your information with people. I think you did use your intuition. You probably had a bad feeling about someone, either a business deal or something that you were charging ahead and going for. And you were able to tap into enlightenment and take charge of the situation to probably prevent disaster, is what I'm thinking. You know, something like that. We have the Ten of Pentacles now crossed by the Knight of Cups. The Ten of Pentacles is everything you know need here with resources. You know, it could be it's leaving a legacy. Maybe you're building a fortune here that you can leave to your family. This is, pretty much anything you need. You're just taken care of, and that's good to know. I mean, you're on the road to wealth and everything that you could want materially. Crossed by the Knight of Cups. So, for some of you, if you are single, this could be someone. This could be someone coming in who's already well off, offering you an opportunity with this cup, either an opportunity for a very lucrative job, or they may be well off and they're offering you, their heart, a relationship. So something to that effect. If that's not you, you're not feeling that's you, then that's someone else coming in, that is open. And this is a combination I don't see nearly enough. We have the Ace of Cups, that is your heart's desire. It can symbolize hopes and dreams. And the sun, clarity, happiness, reconnecting with your inner child, and things just happening very easily for you. And I think with this sun on the Ace of Cups, I think it's highlighting how much love you have to give and all the opportunities, because this is an opportunity. It's what you make of it. I think this is saying follow your heart, with this sun and the Ace of Cups, follow your heart with logic, of course, but following your heart, as long as it's not anything that's, bad for you, because we can love sweets and chocolate cake and stuff like that, but it's not good for us. So now we also have the Ten of Cups, man. You got the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups in your future energy. The Sun, the Knight of Cups, the Four of Pentacles. You're holding on to this. I get the feeling that, this happiness and abundance that is coming towards you, Gemini, you're not going to let go of it. This is yours to stay. You are going to hold on to this happiness and this, Ten of Pentacles. This is it. This could mean that you're finding a forever partner, someone who is going to stick with you for the remainder, someone that you want to be with you for the rest of your life. So, yeah, that's what I'm feeling here. someone who's going to stay. We have the elements of fire, air, earth, and water combine to create powerful protective boundaries, spiritual, mental, physical, and emotional. We have eagle. You will soar towards your destiny with greater clarity and strength. Yeah, look at that. And we see that little bit of the sun there. Fly, a period of ill health. There's the depression right there, that Five of Cups. Egg, success assured with good plans and hard work. And we see that there, but that energy still kind of flows through. And oh my gosh, flowers, happiness. Yeah, we see that here. I think you're able to look back on the past and extrapolate, wisdom from it. I think you understand why these challenges came up for you and how they were meant to make you stronger and to bring you to where you needed to be anyway. There's so many paths to reach our destination, our soul mission. And as long as we're getting the learning from it, that's the big part. Oh my gosh. Seneca, faith leads the willing and drags along the reluctant. That's weird. I was just talking about how this path comes about. Fate leads the willing and drags along. You'll make it to your destination. There's many paths that you will take to get here. Many different things you can choose. You're still going to be here, hopefully, in the long run. So we have fate's providence. Wow. When things go well, quietly thank fortune for its favor, maintaining a humble attitude. A whispered thank you to fate keeps your ego in check. Success isn't solely our doing, it's a dance between our efforts and the universe's flow. This acknowledgement brings both humility and peace. And that is so true. Sometimes, no matter what you do, no matter how well you do it, things don't go according to plan or to your plans, right? And you can't make sense of it. But that's not you're supposed to, when that happens, it's kind of a karmic lesson. You're learning how to navigate that labyrinth of lessons. This is amazing. Wow. So do be grateful. And I do feel like you are here, or we wouldn't have this glorious ending here, Gemini. What an interesting reading. Wow. Sorry for all the interruptions. My animals have finally quieted down. I don't know what was going on. They were just leaping and bounding all over the place. So I like to, there are no coincidences. I think you're probably full of energy right now. And it's weird because I told you about that cat dream I had, and then the cats just went crazy. So cats might be very significant to you in your life. You might have cat spirits around you. Something with cats, okay? All right, Gemini, that is your reading. I hope this helped in some way, gave you some kind of confirmation. Please hit that like button, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.